If there's one thing I really, really hate, it's when I get gamer shamed. It usually happens when I'm talking with some other pretentious gamer and I admit that I've never played a popular game before, and they make me feel like a loser that I never played it, even going as far as to say I can't even call myself a true gamer until I do. Look, I'm going to share with you a list right now of games that I've never played. I know about them, I've seen lots of gameplay, I know people who played it, but I've never played a whole minute of any of these games. You ready? Any Mass Effect game, The Elder Scrolls, any Fallout game, Dota, any Half-Life game, Overwatch, any Silent Hill game, GTA 4 or 5, any Street Fighter game 4-6, Fable. Yeah, it's true. I've never played any of these games. Maybe I will someday, I don't know. Does that mean I'm not a true gamer? Of course not. Look, I have every console. All I watch on YouTube are videos about video games. I've been playing video games since I was a kid. I have every console. I have a PC. I have subscriptions to Nintendo Online, PlayStation Online, Xbox Game Pass. I have a freaking video game channel on YouTube. But since I never played Mass Effect or Portal, there's always some jerk who's going to tell me I'm not a true gamer. So if you've ever felt that sentiment too, or someone's told you that since you never played a popular game, you're not a true gamer, I just want to tell you something. It's okay you've never played insert popular game here, and probably never will. All you need to do to be a gamer is to be someone who loves video games. And honestly, screw anyone who tries to tell you different. In the Spider-Man comics, one of Peter Parker's hardest lessons he had to learn was simple and heartbreaking. You can't save everyone. Peter has to do the best with the time he has, with the opportunities he has. Otherwise, he'll drive himself crazy. In a similar and much less serious way, us gamers have to realize that we'll never be able to play every game. But that's alright. It's not about how many games you play, but how much enjoyment and how many memories you can get from playing the select few games you truly love. Honestly, I don't really understand content creators who play every single new, trending, just released game. I have to wonder if they truly love the games they're playing, or if they feel like they're on this hamster wheel of content creation where they have to play for as long as they can so they can continue paying the bills. For me, look, I have 2 other jobs and 2 young kids. I only have like 8, maybe 10 hours a week to game. I'm not going to spend even 1 minute of that playing games I don't truly love, that make me feel like a kid again when I first got my Game Boy Color and realized I would love video games for the rest of my life. Honestly, it was kind of a hard skill for me to learn, to let myself not play games everyone else told me I should. For example, look, I'm really stoked for the Super Mario and Thousand Year Door remake that just came out because I never played it growing up. But a bunch of my friends did, and they talked about it for many, many years about how that game was one of their favorite games they ever played. And yeah, it kind of stung feeling like I missed out, that I had somehow robbed myself of a truly incredible gaming experience just because I never made time for that game. It made me feel somehow less than, or this sad story of someone who called himself a gamer, yet never gave themselves the gift of playing through Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door. And look, the same goes for every other game I mentioned earlier. I felt if I hadn't played a popular game, then I was missing out on a quintessential game that my community needed me to experience to accept me, lest I have my gamer card revoked when someone found out. All this probably sounds silly. Take it easy, bro, you might be thinking. It's not a big deal. Go easy on yourself. And I do. I've come a long way from this toxic anxiety, never telling anyone I never played this game or that game, and of course I played that game. Didn't everyone? The thing is, I'm a lot happier when I give myself permission to never have played certain games if I didn't want to. I don't really get excited about shooters, so I don't play them. And there are 10 million plus people in the world that would probably tell me how much fun I'm missing out by not playing COD or Battlefield or Counter-Strike or Apex or Fortnite. And honestly, I'm really glad so many people love these games, but for me, I would just rather play other stuff. And I feel a lot more peace letting myself feel that way, not pressuring myself to play the next trendy, massively popular AAA game that everyone else seems to be playing. Now that I'm in my 30s, I realize that I'm just going to play games I truly love. I'm not going to waste time playing games I don't really enjoy. For a long time, I did things for other people. When I was in 7th grade, case in point, embarrassing story incoming, I had a thing for Asian girls. I just did. I wanted them to like me. I'm not Asian myself. I had a ton of Asian guy friends, and it seemed like all the Asian girls liked them. And as a non-Asian guy with plenty of Italian genetics, I had a lot of big, black, curly leg hair that my Asian guy friends didn't have as much of. And my stupid 7th grade brain somehow got the idea that if I shaved my legs like all my cool Asian guy friends who had naturally less hairy legs than me, then Asian girls would like me. And so I shaved off half my leg hair one day and realized it was a terrible idea. I wore pants for a month until my hair grew back. I did that kind of stuff all the time and I hated myself for it. But I still didn't stop. I was a people pleaser, even pleasing people I hated. I cringe every time I think back to that person I used to be. But now that I'm older, I've been able to shed the old identity and just do shit because I want to, and not do shit because I don't want to. And man, it is so freeing to feel that way. Now the same applies to video games. I don't need to play every day, I don't need to play every game. There are plenty of wildly popular and commercially successful video games that I'll probably just never play. For instance, I didn't grow up going to arcades. I don't have those memories of playing Mortal Kombat and watching fatalities with my cool older cousins. I never had the cool retro consoles like the Genesis or Dreamcast because my parents never bought me any video game stuff because I couldn't afford it. That means I didn't play Final Fantasy VII when it came out. I never played Third Strike at the peak of its popularity. I just didn't have that chance. There are plenty of retro games I have made a point to play. I recently started Chrono Trigger for the first time. I started Final Fantasy VI the other day. I just beat the original Dead Space and the original Resident Evil 4 for the first time that 20 years after they came out, and they were awesome. They're now some of my favorite games of all time. There are plenty of games I do that with, and I plan to do that with, but I can't get to them all. And I refuse to feel bad about that. And you shouldn't either. Only play games you like that you want to play. There are plenty of games I play that none of my other gaming friends have even heard of that I consider absolute masterpieces. Gravity Circuit was one of the best 2D platformers I have ever played in my entire life. Layers of Fear is a super addicting, super fun little horror point-and-click adventure game that was so great, my wife wanted to play it again after we beat it, and there is no one who hates horror more than her. I'm sure you have plenty of examples yourself. Excellent games you played that most people haven't. And that's beautiful. We gamers need to rely on each other to report about hidden gems and under-the-radar masterpieces that we might not have ever known about, not beat each other over the head and gamer shame each other because we don't have the exact same video game resume as we're told we should. There are thousands of games out there that you probably really love, and you should spend your time focusing on those games instead of worrying about how you haven't played a popular game yet. Because the truth is, maybe you'll never play it, and that's okay. Thanks for watching, and if you want to watch more videos like this, be sure to click that subscribe button.